All right, guys, welcome back. Took a little break, got our refills and all that other cute stuff. And yeah,
steam my face a bit.
So we're just having, little conversations and deciding what to talk about, essentially. And I just thought, at this point of the season that we're at, we can actually start having conversations about the top strikers actually in the league. Or essentially, your top strikers, your goal scoring threats, who's going to end up where in the Golden Boot. I think these conversations are quite vital. So I'm going to read out some stats right now in terms of who is where in terms of number 1 to 10. I'll actually cut it down to 10 for now. Number 1 goal scorer is Mohamed Salah.
Fraud.
17. Number 2, Bruno, 15.
Fraud.
Number 3, Harry Kane, 14. 4, Benford, 13.
Fraud.
5, Dominic Calvert-Lewin, 13.
Fraud.
6, Son Heung-min at 13, so it's a 3-way tie.
Soldier.
7, Jamie Vardy. He's got 12 there. 8, Ilkay Gundogan, 11. 9, Ollie Watkins at 10 goals.
Fraud of the frauds.
And number 10, Callum Wilson. I think let's just have a discussion about that, that current placing of top goal scorers. Uncle Curtis, let me start with you. How do you feel about that?
Let me see that list properly, coach.
Yes.
Let me tell you, right? The only players that deserve to be there in my opinion is Mohamed Salah deserves to be where he is because he's proven himself consistently.
Yeah.
Son, he deserves to be there because over a period of time he's proven himself to get a decent amount of goals. Jamie Vardy deserves to be there. Harry Kane deserves to be there. But Dominic Calvert-Lewin, no. Gundogan, I'm not going to argue against that.
He's having a purple patch of a season, so I think for him it's more of a, from my point of view, I feel as though... No. For Gundogan.
Oh, yeah.
I feel as though it's like, well done, bro, you deserve this. You've had quite a rough patch at City. You deserve this. Okay. It's not, I wouldn't necessarily say, this is who you are, this is your, you're a goal scorer. I just think you deserve this.
Ollie Watkins should be at number... Let me tell you now. 28 with Jack Grealish.
Why?
He had 2 lucky hat-tricks against top teams.
Lucky hat-tricks?
Yeah, he hasn't scored against any of the teams. It's like United's, what do you call this? United are top goal scorers in the Premier League with 54 goals.
Yeah.
Take 9 away from against Southampton.
They're still in the top 3 then.
Yeah, but they're not as great as people are making them out to seem. They're not as big as a goal threat as they are made out to seem to be. Okay. Even when you look at it, attacking wise, it's fine. They're top 3. It's still Liverpool and City above them. All right? But goals can be misleading. Is Ollie Watkins going to do this? Kevin Phillips. Kevin Phillips has a golden boot.
Yeah.
Who's Kevin Phillips?
He's a guy that scored. He has the record number of goals in a single season.
Yes, but that's a once off. But it's a once off. What happened to him after that? He sold his devil to this. He's sold to the devil for one season, and he got 30 goals, got a golden boot. Yeah. I don't know what national team that man plays for. I don't know what he's done besides that one. Yeah, it's English. I don't know what that gent has done besides that 130 goal season. I'll go as far as saying I rate Darren Bent as a better soccer player than Kevin Phillips because I don't remember what else Kevin Phillips did. He had 1 lucky season.
I think he was stable Southampton. No?
Sunderland.
Sunderland.
Yeah, but it was a 1 lucky season. 1.
But to this list?
Lewin, he'll always get you around about 13 goals a season, I believe. Mm-hmm. Just because he's a Duncan Ferguson type of player. They overrated him, I think.
Isn't he still 23? He's young. You're writing them off from what you've seen.
From getting 30 goals. He doesn't have the composure. He doesn't
Not even getting 30, staying in the top 10 goal scorers lists.
I don't. He doesn't have the composure I have for a top player. He does not
At 23, you've already written off his goal scoring ability.
He doesn't. English players peak younger. He doesn't.
Okay.
He doesn't. Because, you know how you can look at it. Now, if you just look at goals, now you'd swear that Dominic is a better striker than Moises Keane. I don't believe he is. Moises Keane went to PSG and just...
I agree with you.
Fighting like a glove. But Moises Keane at Everton looked like a lost child. But if you're just looking at a striker just based on, he's got these goals at this club. No, it's just suited for his type of play. Right? When you look at Moises Keane, he left from, he's had a tough time, and he shows his mental strength that he had at Everton. Then he goes to PSG. He's playing with the likes of Neymar, Mbappe, who's the other? Verratti.
Choupo-Moting scored goals there.
How many goals did he score? Is he outscoring Mbappe?
No, I'm saying to Moise Keane. I'm not saying Moise Keane is bad there. I'm just literally playing devil's advocate.
I think you need to put more respect on Choupo-Moting's name. Because I just feel like he was a bad signing, not a bad player. He went to Stoke. He's at Bayern now. No, but I'm just essentially giving you like a scope of what happened with him. Is he went to Stoke and he was a bad signing. They didn't need it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think I'm losing track here.
Yeah. So that's what I was trying to get at, is sometimes when people judge footballers, they judge them based off their purple patch, not what they see the player do on the pitch week in, week out.
Yeah.
If my striker gets me 1 goal a game in 10 games, I'll take that than a striker who gets me a hat-trick against this team and then doesn't score for the next 9 games. Then gets me 2 goals against this team and doesn't score against the next 9 games. That's what literally Ollie Watkins is doing. That's what Calvert-Lewin did. He scored 2-3 goals in a game, and he had 5 games. I think he literally had 5 games earlier in the season where he got him to 10 goals. We at game 25. You still haven't improved from the tally that you had. When you look at other top strikers, like, this is your drought now.
Yeah, but I had that conversation if it's a striker at a top 6 club. Ollie Watkins at Aston Villa, this many goals in that season. Sorry, you're good.
You're not good.
You're good.
How are you good when you only scored against 2 teams?
I think he's doing well.
No, you literally scored against like 2 teams, and you're telling me you're good.
This is a league where Glenn Murray started every game.
Sonogo has a hat-trick for Arsenal. Yaya Sonogo has a hat-trick for Arsenal.
Sure, that's
against Roma.
Top 6 team.
Against Roma. That man has a hat-trick against Roma. What does that do for you? Is he a good striker?
No,
he's the most average.
Ollie Watkins is.
He's not.
In my opinion.
Uncle Curtis, I think you're getting a little bit carried away for your hate for one specific person.
Yeah.
But yes, let me ask you, Uncle Lucas.
Uncle Lucas.
Rather Lucas. Let me ask you how you feel about that top 10, essentially. Yeah. Anyone that you didn't expect to be there.
How I feel about it, I think Salah is the deadliest finisher in the league. He showed us that over his time. Kane is deadly. Bruno second. Funny enough, Bruno deadly player, but obviously there's a lot of penalties there, so I won't even get into it. But penalties aside, there's still a lot of goals for a midfielder. Calvert-Lewin, I think he's having a good season. I think he's having a good season, and I see development in him also from
I'm taking a mental note. I don't have a pen and paper, so
I think he's having a good season. Remember, Ancelotti was talking about the work he's doing with him is similar to, or he's sort of telling him, look at Pippo Inzaghi, that he's working on one-touch finishing. So he's saying Inzaghi was great because one-touch finishing, and that's what I'm seeing a lot from Calvert-Lewin this season. I'm not saying he'll be the best, but I see progression in him. Patrick Benford, maybe he's surprised me. Next season, if he's scoring goals again, I'd be shocked.
I think no one going into this league, thing, no one thought that he'd be where he is. So yeah, he's the surprise.
Yeah,
but I'll let you carry on.
Son stays at it. Vardy, Vardy used to him being there. He actually used to him being higher. Gundogan, never knew he had a goal scoring in him. He was fantastic at Dortmund in an advanced role, but not good goals like this. Watkins, I do like Watkins.
Yeah.
But I think also I'll pass over to you, but if we're talking about players that shouldn't be there, we should also probably add in the ones that aren't there and why they're not. That should be, you know.
There you go. All right, let me talk about the top 10 essentially for me. I look at the top 10. For me, I see Salah's got 17 goals, and I see Bruno Fernandes is up there behind him with 15.
15, yeah.
There's actually quite an interesting stat I've just been looking at right now, because I looked at that top and wondered how many of those people's goals actually come from penalties.
Yeah.
And it's actually quite surprising that Bruno obviously has 7. Everyone expected this.
Yeah.
But another surprise
But
guy...
that's still 8 goals then from a midfielder. 8 goals open play.
No. That's not the guy I'm surprised by.
Oh, yeah?
We have been joking a lot saying that Bruno Fernandes has a lot of penalties.
Yeah.
But someone who's going actually right behind him is Mohamed Salah, the guy you've been praising so much. He's got 6 goals, 6 penalties. The man that you've been saying is goal-scoring threat. So I think that's pretty surprising if you look at that stat. That Salah
won most of them.
Yeah, he died for most of them.
Yeah, obviously he died for most of them. But I was actually surprised because, you'd think that the way that you've been talking about Salah, that he's been such a goal threat. Meanwhile, he's been getting freebies. And it also got me looking at the others. Third, Kane. Kane only has 3 penalties in that edition. Obviously, Benford...
Out of his 14 goals, so 11 open play.
Yeah.
Right?
Benford, 1 penalty. Yeah. Impressive. Dominic Calvert-Lewin.
He doesn't
take penalties.
I'd be surprised if he has one.
It's either Sigurdsson or Rodriguez, I think, over there.
So you see, you start looking at those numbers and you start to see who's actually more impressive. That the top 2 obviously aren't as impressive as you think, since they've gathered up so many numbers. Yeah, but that's besides the point. I just found that interesting. With the Calvert-Lewin story, obviously, he'd be there in the Ancelotti system. He's leading the line. It seems as though Richarlison is no longer the goal-scoring threat that he was last season. Yeah. And he's now playing on the wing. So obviously someone had to be the goal-scoring threat, and it seems as though it is now Calvert-Lewin. Yeah. Surprised by the player, but if you look at the system, not really surprised. And as well the coach. We expected, Ancelotti to do something amazing with this Everton side. Benford, obviously surprised that he's there. Surprised that Jamie Vardy is that low. Because obviously he's the current Golden Boot holder. So
I want to check his appearances. 22 appearances, how many goals?
Yeah,
11.
He did have a hernia.
12 and 22 appearances.
Yes. So he had a hernia, so I think that slowed him down.
6 penalties, like you said.
Exactly. There's some guys who just have a lot of penalties, where actually it takes away. Well, now it's 6 goals. That's not actually impressive.
6 goals,
yeah, that's
from
not
penalties.
Yeah, but I'm saying
the penalty merchant has 7.
Yes, so give Bruno some credit that he's got 8 goals. So compared to Vardy 6, obviously Gundogan been phenomenal. We got a hats off for him. He's had a tough time in Manchester City with injuries and all that, and essentially struggling to fit in. Yeah. But it seems as though, with the absence of David Silva, he's essentially taken over that role. Right. Which I won't say puts into question David Silva's attributes and achievements. Yeah. But now you can clearly see that, it's from a Pep structure that Silva was able to thrive, essentially. But that's me hating, but let's leave it there. Watkins, I'm not really surprised. Let me ask you, Uncle Curtis, who surprises you, as in who's not in that list that you expect? I know who it is, but I want you to say it.
Aubameyang. Yeah. He's had a poor run of form, but he's 2 goals behind Watkins. Yeah. He will be overtaken soon. He's picked up form.
Can I give you last season's top 10?
Yeah. Yes.
This is overall. So it was 1 Jamie Vardy with 23, Tied for 2 was Aubameyang and Danny Ings with 22. Raheem Sterling was 4th, 20. Salah was 5th, 19. Harry Kane and Mane, 18. Raul Jimenez, Anthony Martial, and Marcus Rashford, 17 for 8th. Well, 8 through 10.
How many goals did Lacazette get over there last season?
Lacazette? Who cares?
I want to see how many goals he got.
I'm scrolling way down here now. I'll find him, but go on, someone.
Yes.
But yeah, it's just Aubameyang that's missing over there. Sterling as well. He's been having good goal scoring seasons, but it seems like since Arteta left, he can't score as much goals anymore. It seems like we have a good coach over there. There will be other players, but I look at that list. If I'm being honest with you, a couple of players are going to drop out. End of the season, won't be talking about them anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know who I'm talking about, but yeah, I just had to put that out there.
Yeah, I agree with you there.
Lacazette at 10 last season.
Okay.
Yes, so looking at him now at this point of the season, I know this is a unnecessary, guy to be looking at right now. Where is he? Lacazette.
He's on 8. He's on 9. One behind Oliver.
Oh, he's on 9. Okay, that's a
one behind Watkins.
decent tally, I guess, from his one from last season. Yeah, for me, essentially looking at this this form guide, I think to myself, the only person that is missing is Aubameyang from this top 10. But also, if you dig deeper into it and you actually look and realize that not many United or Chelsea players are in that thing, in the goal scoring tally, i.e. your wonder boy Rashford and Martial. I guess
Rashford's 11th.
Hey?
Rashford's 11th.
11th what?
He's on the same amount of goals as Lacazette.
Yeah, he's on 9 goals. Winger.
Excuses.
Is he your top goal scorer?
Excuses. No, it's not.
No.
So where's your striker with the goals?
No, we don't have one.
Yeah, cool.
That's what I was asking.
Oh, yeah.
Because traditionally your strikers would be somewhere in that conversation.
Yeah.
So
that's what we're missing. Yeah.
Yes. So it seems as though now, it's just Hail Marys now. And essentially one player performing for you guys. But let's just I guess we can leave it there. That for me was the surprising stat, if I can say so, from our findings, I guess, that I think there aren't that many Man United supporters. You look at it as well, Sterling is not there. Sterling is usually there. You'd think that there'd be a Chelsea player.
Chelsea have never had a top goal scorer. I'm not surprised.
Never.
Like
in the beginning, in the beginning of the season, would you?
Besides Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank, that's the last.
Drogba.
He was a 12 goal.
Drogba has a golden boot.
Yes, but on average,
more than one.
No, he has one. On average, he averaged 12 goals this season at Chelsea. 12.
Still fantastic striker.
Yeah, I'm not arguing that. I said Chelsea don't have traditionally hard.
I want to check his record. I don't know.
That boy has the same amount of goals as Darren Bent. He's not that great.
No, it's just for me that's something very strange that I found. Because we would have also expected, I guess, the wonder boy Timo Werner to be there.
True.
I think the closest Chelsea player you can find is Tammy Abraham with 6 goals. That's actually quite disappointing.
Yeah. And you check that Chelsea, he doesn't want to sign a contract with Chelsea. He says, I'm out. I'm dipping.
Tammy Abraham.
Yeah, but it makes sense because apparently Chelsea is interested in buying Haaland. So
I don't think he'll fit it at Chelsea, Haaland.
He might not.
Can fit anywhere.
I don't think he'll fit.
I don't see a club he won't fit at.
But I'm saying to reach his true potential, I don't think it's Chelsea.
Where would you say his true potential is?
I hate to say it, but at Man United, I think he'll bang in a lot of goals. The way he's banging in goals, the way he's banging in goals now, I also see him at a Madrid rather. Somewhere
actually that I never thought of seeing him, but it would actually it would be like a beautiful ending would be at Manchester City since his dad played there.
Yeah, okay, he's obviously going to score hella goals at Manchester City.
He'll score a hell of a lot of goals.
Because I think he does have the work rate that Pep wants. He does hold up the ball well. He does link up play well when you look at him play. And And he's a poacher. As big of a guy he is at times, when it's time to get in the box, to get in that tapping, he'll get in that tapping.
He's quite
he's quite an all-round striker.
I wonder though, like, I think he's the type of player that will do well everywhere, but I think he will devastate if he's the main guy. The Pep system doesn't make anyone the main guy.
Okay, true that. So,
but he will score 30 goals.
Yeah.
But that's why I say Man United will be the main guy. I see him banging in goals over there. Madrid, with the new generation of players that they have, he might be the main guy over there.
Yeah, he will.
He'll bang in goals.
Madrid's not scoring a lot these days.
You know, because Madrid are winning 1-0, 2-0, stuff like that.
And Zidane has no problem setting up for the main guys. No problem.
So it's one of those things of, I don't see him going to Liverpool. Liverpool fans think they're going to get him. As I said, Liverpool fans, y'all are a bit ambitious nowadays, guys.
They also think they're going to get Mbappe.
They're a bit ambitious. They're very ambitious.
I've been seeing...
Mane's on 100K. First, sort out that situation. Mane's 100K a week. Please sort out that situation first before you think...
A reserve goalkeeper gets paid more than that. That's...
You see what I'm talking about? Henderson is higher than that. So it's one of those things of, I'll see how it goes. But there's this, couple of surprising strikers there, but I don't see them lasting long.
Mr. Poe, sorry to take over, but I need to ask you this. You guys are glossing over this. So we're saying top strikers in the league. You would put Aubameyang forward for that.
Yeah.
Yes.
What happened this season? What's happening?
Poor run of form.
Yes. It might sound like excuses, but I feel as though there was a time where Arsenal didn't have a creative player. And it seems as though Aubameyang was kind of isolated out of the game, where traditionally he's been playing with a lot of guys who would set him up.
And who used to set him up then? That's not there anymore.
I think it would be an Ozil who'd set him up.
Ramsey's been benching for years.
No. He's been benching for 1 year.
Yeah.
Essentially. Ramsey out, not playing. He was normally the guy who...
Has Aubameyang been at you guys longer than I think he has?
Yeah.
And you must remember, this is where these classic photos came from of Lacazette and Aubameyang doing the handshakes. It's because they were actually linking up together.
Okay.
So Arteta now has chosen to play one or the other because essentially looking at the bigger picture.
Yeah.
As in if you play both, essentially both can't play consistently like that. They'll get tired at some point of view. So I feel as though him not being able to play with his partner is also taking away the goals from him. Also, we'll remember that Aubameyang did have a point during the season where he had to take time off for some personal reasons. I think his mother was sick. So there were a lot of factors that our captain had to go through. But it seems as though he's coming back stronger, which is just a testament to his mentality, although it was in question for a little bit.
Oh, one could argue, like I'm really just going to put this forward just to be spicy.
The money.
But no. But if you look at Aubameyang's career, he's never really been a goal scorer. Let me not say never really. It's about 2 seasons before you buy him. Yeah. And he's already old at that stage. That's why. Because AC Milan, he's a winger. Bayern, he comes through as a winger. He's shining next to Lewandowski. Then Lewandowski leaves. Then he's the main forward.
Okay. So
could he not be reverting back to type?
So you're essentially just saying that...
I don't think he's reverting back to type.
He's a winger, essentially.
Yeah, I think he's a winger. I think he's a winger.
All right.
Because
I like him as a player, but I'm just asking the question.
I don't think so, because up until 2 weeks ago, he was on 2 goals. That's what happened. Up until 2 weeks, he was on 2 goals.
Yeah, but I'm just waiting for how that makes your point.
And then we started getting creative players into the team, right? Because he's never been a player that creates things for himself, right? He had to create things for himself at a certain stage. Now he's getting hat-tricks, he's getting braces. I think his first Arsenal hat-trick was 3 weeks ago. All right? And then he got a brace against Leeds, brace against Benfica. He didn't play against Leicester, so we'll forget that game. Came off for 12 minutes, but then the goals are coming back. So it's not reverting back to type, it's just poor run of form.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. Like I said, I just asked.
And actually, funny enough, the topic that most fans were saying is that the money kind of got to his head. I think we need to put that into consideration.
I don't think so.
Huh?
I think so. I think people like to say that to make themselves feel better because they broke.
No. I understand that, but let's also understand the pressures that come with things. That when you get a new contract now, that I wouldn't say that you're now living nice, but there's now a different level of pressure.
Fans say those things to make themselves feel better.
So next season, do you expect him to score goals?
Yeah, I do. Because I genuinely look at it. It doesn't matter how much a player is winning. Like, how come it's only...
But also, how old is he? He's 33, ain't he?
No.
How old is he? 32?
30, 31. He's not better.
He's growing, bro.
It might be 31 or 32. Let me just check.
But on that money issue, like... 31.
31.
Because they gave him a 3-year contract, so it's 34.
Okay.
And the way footballers take care of themselves, he'll make it to 35, 36.
Does he take care of himself? Well, does he look like a fit guy? I don't know. You guys watch him more than I do.
I'd say...
I haven't seen him slow down.
Because pace looks important to him.
But I haven't seen him slow down in terms of pace. He's still beating.
But it'll go down very quickly from this point. From 32.
I'd actually say I have kind of...
body.
I have noticed a dip in pace. Not that much, but he seems to be an intelligent player around the box. So I think as he's gotten older, which is a characteristic amongst many strikers or goal scorers, they tend to get wiser. They tend to get better with other attributes rather than pace. It doesn't seem as though he relies on pace as much.
Okay.
I haven't seen him in many situations where if he's going against a player, he will decide, I'm just going to run around him. He would rather bring it more into...
I'm just being difficult anyway.
No. I understand. Didn't we also be difficult about Rashford and Martial? What happened?
Martial... Anything happened, Rashford, I think, is still consistent.
It's still consistent.
Is that the level that you want?
One goal above Lacazette, consistent.
Yes. Rashford last season got 17 in the league, is on 9 now.
Oh, sorry, not one goal. One goal. Oh, he's tied with Lacazette.
Is it?
Yeah. He's a winger, tied with a striker. I think last season he got 17 goals in the league. He's not far off that now. Yeah, I think it's consistent at 23.
But that is your main goal scorer. That's where your goals come from, traditionally.
True. But he just needs to be consistent. We must still fix the number 9 to go get goals.
But even the way with the way Rashford plays, when you say he's a winger, he's the most selfish winger I've ever seen. He's not an early crosser. He likes to run with the ball. He's gonna take opportunities away from the striker. So I don't think that would be the sort.
23. He's 23. I've seen a lot more of that you're saying is not in his game. I've seen a lot more come into it this season.
I still think he makes some stupid decisions.
I think he does, but at 23-year-old, I allow it. If he's 26, making doing all of that.
But won't he be a typical English player? He's reached his peak. Won't improve.
No, he's already scored more goals than Cantona and Beckham for us.
Yeah, but English players generally, once they peak early, generally don't outpace that.
This is.
Can you think of an English player
to general?
Can you think of an English player that peaked at an early age that went on to surpass Shearer?
Shearer scored goals his whole career.
Speaking of 26 years old, it turns out Martial's 25.
Yeah.
So what are you saying about him?
No, him. I've got no excuses. Him is to me it's application. Last season he did well. Last season was his best season so far.
You have no excuses, or you have no hope.
No, I still have hope. That guy is supremely talented. If he switches on, he'll kill it. But will he switch on? He's the most chill. I love him because he's chill, but that's also why he frustrates me. So I expect him to be replaced. Remember, I kept saying I'm waiting for Greenwood to take his place in the lineup. Luckily, he did against Chelsea.
I think there was no choice because you guys would have put in Cavani, but Cavani is now out, so it's not like you had any other choice, mate. But yeah, for me, looking at that situation, I would have actually preferred that you guys put Rashford at striker.
He's very more direct.
In the last 2 seasons. But I feel as though it was one of those where Martial actually seemed over the last couple of seasons, he seemed as though he wanted to leave you guys. I can't remember. There was a time where he was actually scoring. He was gathering a good couple of goals, and then that's where he pushed for the number 9. Because remember when Zlatan was there, he wasn't pleased.
Yeah.
And they
took his number 9.
They took
gave it to Zlatan. They gave him the 11. Yeah.
Yes, and then when Zlatan left, essentially he got the number 9 back, and that was his intent, as in like I want to be number 9.
Yeah. But
I feel as though now that bit him in the ass because it's not working out. I felt for me that I think Rashford would have been your better choice for number 9.
Yeah. But so I would have the same issue with both of them being a number 9. Like it's to draw a comparison. It's like why I don't rate Lacazette, right? Good player, just like they are good players, but specific games they will devastate. Then there's a game where there's a low block, where there's a whatever, and you won't see them. There's 38 games in this league. I need you to be able to weather 38 games.
Yeah.
So not only when the space is open and you can dribble someone and you can... So Rashford, Martial as number 9s, no to both of that. Rashford on the left, winger, selfish, 17 goals. I'm happy.
So essentially what you're saying is that you'd prefer a new number 9 next season.
Yeah, boy.
All right.
But who?
Eh?
Who?
Haaland's a dream.
Yeah, let's not go to dream territory.
No. Look. I don't know, but I'd want a specialist number 9 who can play back to goal, who can play with his back to goal.
So if you guys get Jadon Sancho, you'll be okay with Rashford being a number 9?
No. If we get anybody, give me Messi, I'm still not happy with Rashford at number 9. Right. I don't want Rashford as a number 9 at all. I'd rather have Darren Payne.
But if you get Sancho, who do you get rid of?
Eh?
You get Sancho, who do you get rid of?
Martial.
Right.
For me.
If you don't mind, I feel as though I've given you enough trouble. So I'm going to turn around to my friend over here.
Oh boy.
You, Uncle Curtis, and your team. What's going on?
Please sing Harry Kane's praises.
No. I'm talking about his team, i.e. Arsenal. Since I've been bringing up his problems, and what do you feel is the problem with your team?
Yeah, the problem was we were missing a creative player. I said this for the whole half of the season when we were busy playing without also saying this is not enough. Because even when we see it with Odegaard in the team now and Smith Rowe, even when they're not creating direct goal scoring chances, the movement and space that they have creates more chances for the other guys. So I might not get a direct assist, but the way I'm moving things around is like, okay, fine. It's creating space for over there. Lacazette will finish in the top 3. Not Lacazette, sorry. Aubameyang.
Oh.
Will finish in the top 3 after
I
this.
was about to say that's blasphemy, but okay.
Lacazette will get, from now to the end of the season, I think he'll get another 7 goals to finish on 15. And that will be an improvement from last season. Right? So, here's the thing, right? We're very critical during the season. But if our strikers get to within the top 5 before end of season, the season doesn't look that bad at the end of the day.
But Ollie Watkins is there, you're criticizing him.
Because he scored against 2 teams. That's literally my point against Ollie Watkins. He's literally scored against 2 teams.
Aubameyang had a hat-trick and a brace.
Who did he have a hat-trick against?
You claimed it just now. You claimed it just now.
Aubameyang. Oh, sorry.
That's what I'm saying.
No, sorry.
But I'm bringing up...
Sorry. I thought you said Lacazette.
No, I was already in battle mode.
I thought you said Lacazette. I'm like, no. But what I'm trying to say, what's Aubameyang doing? He's reverting back to the quality striker he is.
Okay.
Right? So he's got a hat-trick and a brace because
he's got
history of scoring goals.
Okay.
What does Ollie Watkins have? History of scoring against championship clubs.
What does Lacazette have?
He has a history of scoring at least 10 goals.
At least 10 goals?
Yeah.
You just poo-poo Drogba for averaging.
Yeah, I don't consider Lacazette my club legend. He's not my club legend. It's another club's legend, but we'll not get into that. Right? So that's besides the point that I'm trying to get at over here. But it's... we'll look at players differently in the season if they get more goals.
And you know what? No, actually, guys. Shame on you guys. You haven't named one guy who's been in this list for a while. That's not here.
Who?
Money. Shame on you guys.
He's been having a poor season like
No, he's been having a poor season, but we're here talking about Aubameyang and the lights. But we're not even talking about a guy who got tied for Golden Boot, I think, 2 seasons ago?
Yeah. I wouldn't put him in the category of goal scorer though. I think
he's a hard worker.
He'll put in the numbers, but when I'm thinking goal scorers, I'm not thinking money.
So essentially, you're saying that his performances are reflected by the team he's with.
No. I think his performances shouldn't be measured by goals. I think he's a creative. He's a runner. He's a ball carrier before he's a goal scorer.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So we don't count him in this.
No, me. You're welcome to bring you're welcome to bring it up.
You don't count him in a top 10 conversation.
Goal scorer.
Right?
No, I don't.
As in this season, you think he's gonna stay where he is?
No, he might get a slight more goals, but when I look at Mane and his finishing ability, even when I look at the goals that he scores, it's never a typical striker's finish with coolness and calmness, tap-ins. It's never a calm finish on Henry gives you. It's never, it's like, man drives into space, you can't keep up with him, toe poke. It becomes a hell of a shot. You can't keep on doing that. As a striker to me. It just shows that you don't have, but when you carry the ball and you create space for other strikers, you hear what I'm saying? He doesn't have that guile of a striker. He doesn't have that calmness of a striker that I rate to be a top striker.
Look, this is the guy that has the fastest hat trick in Premier League history, right?
But it's off that pure aggression and pace. And don't get me wrong when I say that, he is an intelligent football player, but he knows how to use that aggression and pace when it suits him. But what I'm trying to say is when you look at, when you generally look at top strikers, Kun Aguero, when he gets the ball in his feet in the box, so calm, so cool. Harry Kane. Harry Kane. He can pick up the ball from deep. Yeah. He's not the quickest player, but he glides. As soon as you see him get a shot at goal, you're fearing for your life.
Yeah.
Right? You look at Alan Shearer. I don't like that man. Right? But get him in the box. He can run with the ball. You just feel a calmness about him when he's at the ball to get a goal into it, right? Because he's in the right situation at the right time. Yeah. Mane feels like, to me, he forced himself into being to that right situation. You know what I'm saying? His determination and will got him there. With other strikers, like Henry, you look at him, it's like, Drogba. Don't rate him as a striker, but his brute force and aggression, like the late headers that he'll come into when he plays against teams that he dominates. That man used to terrorize Arsenal with headers alone, right? What does Mane give you? It's just determination and will to get you into a place that you're not supposed to be in the first place.
All right.
But stake your claim. Stake your claim. Do you think he should be there? In the convo?
Absolutely. I feel as though Mane should be in the convo.
For goal scoring.
For goal scoring. I just feel as though it's unfortunate because he's the one suffering in terms of Liverpool's form right now.
Yeah.
They don't have a striker, and so he's the one who ends up suffering from all of this. Because he would be thriving off it's Robertson. He'd be thriving off Robertson's running up the line.
Crosses, yeah.
The crosses and all that stuff. So I feel as though now that the defense is quite shaky, the two Liverpool guys who run up don't run up as much because it's more risky now.
Yeah.
So I think if Liverpool's team comes right within the next couple of games, Mane comes back into the conversation of top 10.
Yeah.
Easily. Because I feel as though he's got an ability to change the game like no other on this list.
Yeah.
You can literally hand him a ball. You can hand him the ball on the left-hand corner and he'll make a plan and do something.
Yeah. But isn't he, what's that saying? They say a scorer of great goals rather than a great goal scorer.
I actually have to agree with you there. Yeah,
that's my point. I think he's phenomenal.
I paused there because I wanted to argue, but
I think it's phenomenal. But
I had to swallow my pride there. You're right.
Case in point, I think he'll generally end up on 15 to 20 goals a season. But I don't think he'll have the quality to reach 30 goals a season at any point in his career.
Well, I think he can, but not consistently.
Okay, fine. One last season, cool. I get you on there.
Yeah.
But otherwise, Potion, is that it?
Yeah, I think we can just wrap this up
with beauty tips.
No.
The beauty
But
tips.
essentially, before we wrap it up, I have one more question for you guys. I won't necessarily say who's going to take Golden Boot. I'll ask you for your top 3, and I think we can leave it there.
Salah's taking Golden Boot.
Okay.
Top
you
3
can start.
scorers.
Yeah, top 3 scorers. of the
Salah.
season. Who do you think it's going to be?
Who's number 2 over there right now? It's Salah's going to take it. Kane is going to be second. Bruno will be third.
All right. So you feel as though
It'll be more or less the same.
the top 3 will stay the same. It's just numbers are going to...
13 games to go. Kane will start scoring in influential goals for his team. I just don't believe he'll get another Golden Boot.
Yeah. All right.
What are we talking? 12 games to go. I agree with him. Salah, Kane. The third one, I'm not too sure about. I'm thinking Vardy or a City player.
I believe Bruno's gonna get another 7 penalties between now and the end of the season.
Yeah, he could.
And he'll convert all 7.
Eh?
He'll convert all 7.
Yeah, I think Salah, Kane, Vardy or Sterling for me.
I'll actually go and be controversial, and I will say that number 1,
Patrick.
No. I can't give it to him. Shane, as great of a season as he's had, I feel as though he's not going to be. I feel as though number 1 is going to be Kane.
Okay.
Number 2 is going to be Fernandes. And then I'll give number 3 to Salah.
Give it to Ollie Watkins.
No, I don't feel like he's going to do anything. It will be Salah, but my heart wants to say Aubameyang is going to come into the top 3 conversation. We've seen him before going on a run of games where he just scores.
Yeah.
But there's also what's his name? There's also Europa that we need to consider, because we've seen Arteta is now playing his first string side in Europa, and second string side is playing the Premier League games. So
that's dangerous. He'll get fired like that.
Yeah,
he knows his job is secure.
I think because of the signings that they didn't give him and the potential he has, I think they will give him another season.
No, Barca, stay away.
Adu's his boy. Your sporting director, Adu. Yeah. That's his boy.
Barca must stay away. There have been rumors that they want him.
Want who?
Arteta.
Okay.
Jean Laporta, the new presidential candidate. He says he wants Arteta.
He's come through the academy. He knows the ways of Barca.
I will kill for him. Stay away from my boy.
I don't necessarily have to kill for him, but if they take him out, I don't know. He still has
He probably has to do something first before they take him, so hold on to that.
No, but Barca players stop, bro. They gave Tata Martinez a job. They gave Luis Enrique a job fresh out of coaching. They gave
Tata Martinez. They gave him a job because he was Messi's
childhood hero. But I'm giving you. I'm literally.
Enrique at least did something at the club he was at before.
They gave Pep a job from BT.
Yes,
because he revolutionized the BT.
But.
No, wake up and unless you're Messi's hero.
You're talking about fine, it's
you can argue that literally Arteta was Pep's protege.
Yeah, you can.
So that's why I'm saying that Barcelona don't necessarily take a coach because he comes from a great background.
Yeah,
they like to take someone close from home or someone who they believe has the same ideologies as.
Even Koeman doesn't have a great coaching history. He's been a coach.
He has history.
But he doesn't have a great coaching history.
He was a great player.
He's at least one of those players under Cruyff that won whatever. Yeah. There's that emotional sentiment.
He's from Catalan, that boy.
Who?
Arteta.
No, he's from Sociedad.
He was at the Barca youth team.
He was at the Barca youth team, but they took him from Sociedad. He grew up with Xavi Alonso at Sociedad.
Yeah.
I know weird things, ask his guys.
Yes, I was going to question you, but I figured let me just leave you and just leave it on that note. I think we've got a nice golden boot race with potential from everywhere.
Yeah. Actually, you have a good shout for Kane winning it, eh?
Yes, I think Kane might win it because Kane is pretty close. Kane
Kane is too worried about the Euros right now. He's not going to win it.
But Tottenham also, they seem to, their second side plays more that side. So if there's a hot game and Kane is called into action for Europa, then it's a different conversation. But I think, we've gone through this extensively. We've given our viewpoints. And maybe, I don't know, guys, if you guys have your viewpoints you want to share with us, please feel free to share in the comments. Hit the like as well. You never know. You know, you're there already. If
Maybe you think Percy Tau will take it.
If you want to subscribe as well, that would be great. We'd appreciate all of that. But yeah, I think we're going to wrap up with this episode. Thank you guys for joining us for another week. It's been an interesting conversation with the gents. I don't know how to say. I feel as though it was a objective debate. I didn't try to attack Lucas that much, so I think
I'm through this whole thing without mentioning his cap.
I'm matching it with the jersey. It's matching with the jersey. But next week I'm gonna get you. All right, guys. But yeah,
I set myself up.
I think we're gonna wrap up. My boy Lukusa. Lucky, Sus, Lucky Luke,
Lucky Star.
You know, yeah.
Lerato.
If you want to wrap up or anything,
Have you ever heard Lucas's voice impression of generations back in the day from the Fresca man? Lerato, baby. He knows what I'm talking about.
Yes.
You have no sex appeal.
Yes.
I saw he was on Fresca adverts.
No.
You know his name.
Aquino Motoso, someone else. That's that was that guy. Jonathan's that. What was that guy? He was.
I don't know, but Lucas had it in a tea in primary school.
No, I know the Fresca guy. He became a big actor. He was in like all these movies. He's in Hollywood now.
Hectic.
I'll stick to Lucas.
Yes.
Let's get the Fresca name. That's his new nickname.
Yes, I'll remember the guy's name. I'll find him because he was on that other. What is that series? Mazinho.q or something.
Okay, I haven't watched it.
Yeah.
Is this like, did it play after Dynamite Deep Kloof Dudes? What's the shows?
I used to watch.
Making up shows, Jory.
I told you guys I didn't have thing, bro. I didn't have DSTV. Mazinho.q, guys. But people will know, bro. That guy from Mazinho.q. But as well, let's just leave it. My boy, Uncle Curtis.
Cheers, guys. Liverpool fans. Trent Alexander-Arnold is not better than Cancelo. Stop sniffing cocaine.
Only one of them has won a Champions League.
But who's the better player? We're not arguing about Champions League. John O'Shea has a Champions League. Jesus.
I actually think that we can start having those conversations. I think maybe in a couple of weeks we can actually start. Maybe. I think we can even do it next week. Let's make our list of
Best right backs.
No, not best right back, right? Not best right backs. We can actually just have like our
favorite episodes of Dynamite Deep Kloof Dudes.
our team of the season. We literally look at the positions. I think it's early enough that we can actually go tabulate and go look wherever, and then we can maybe give you guys our team of the season predictions. Not necessarily predictions, but our favorites.
Our way.
I think that's some homework for us. But yes, guys, from me, I don't know what they call me. Is it Mpo? Yes, that's my name. Mpo,
aka Potion with the Motion.
Who's the Mpo person?
No.
It's like who's imperfect. You're right, though.
I'm your host. I'm going to wrap up the show. I don't know what these guys are talking about, but yes.
Those guys, identity theft here on the
Whoever Mpo is who watches nothing but football.
I don't write.
Potion has stolen your identity.
The thing is, I don't write the description.
Potion has stolen your identity.
I don't write the description. So I don't know what is written under.
Report to the South African Services of Fraud Prevention.
I'd like to
please
be referred to by my government name.
Away, guys.
But yes. But anyways, guys, thank you for watching. Like, share, subscribe, and come back next week. We'd appreciate having you here. Thank you, guys.
For more beauty tips.
wanna leave.